Hi, and welcome to my alternative reality. This week we'll be looking at groundbreaking restaurant chain Lentil as Anything, as well as the local fan fest that is Oz Comic Con. Sit back, stay tuned, and enjoy the trip. Lentil as Anything is a restaurant chain that relies on the goodwill of their customers by allowing them to pay exactly what they think the meal is worth. Does this exercise in trust pay off? Our reporter Carl investigates.
Hello everybody, my name's Chef Carl and I'm here for Maha's alternative reality show and we're here today at Lentil as Anything here in Abbotsford, Melbourne, and we've come here just to check out this wonderful alternative restaurant where people come, dine, eat and then pay what they feel. So we're going to go in and talk to some members of staff and check out this alternative restaurant. Well, hello everybody, I'm sat here now with Shakti, who is the head chef here at Lentil as Anything, and we're going to have a little chat about what's been going on here. So Shakti, tell us a bit about yourself.
I'm been a vegetarian chef, working professionally as a vegetarian chef for 7 years.
Okay, since your time here at Lentil, what has been your greatest challenge?
The kitchen is a challenge, but a wonderful challenge. So it's not a greatest challenge. There's many challenges as you go along that all kind of work out delightfully. And they work out delightfully because who you get to work with, you know, and when there's a problem, everybody jumps on and makes it work. Like there's been issues where we had like 3 chefs leave at the same time, and then they just leave and you have 2 weeks where you've got no new chefs and you've just got to work 14 shifts a week and make it happen, but everybody pulls in and it becomes really fun. Or like our dishwasher just broke, and it broke on Easter. And so I was coming back from a holiday and got a phone call on my way back saying the dishwasher's broken. So in the car on the way back, I'm like making all these phone calls, calling up people, and of course with the budget that we have, you can't just buy a new dishwasher. And it's Easter Friday, so you have to try and appeal to people's generosity and get something that will work, that won't blow our budget out on a public holiday, and it all ends up working out, and somebody came out and donated it on Friday.
From a chef's perspective, as people at home might know that I'm a chef myself, it's really, really hard these days to make $1 out of food. How do you guys manage to do it with such a unique billing system that you have here, which makes this restaurant so alternative?
So the philosophy that we work on is a pay-as-you-feel philosophy, and the greater kind of philosophy behind that is that basically it makes it accessible to anybody to come and have a meal, regardless of their financial situation or their background. And it gives them a place to have a meal that's not a soup kitchen, that's a beautiful cultural experience, that's a beautiful restaurant that has live music, that makes them feel like a part of a really wonderful community. And it's also very much about anonymity. So there's no cash registers, there's nobody collecting the money. You drop the money into the box, nobody's kind of looking over your shoulder. With all of that, then you get a lot of people that are incredibly generous. Through the history of Lentil, we've had people that have donated houses to us, cars. Somebody just donated our new dishwasher. We get a lot of donated services. We get support from some people with food. And that generosity does not fuel us as much as we need to. Like, we need more of that. We get a lot of people that also, I think, take advantage of the philosophy. And that's kind of what it's open for, in one sense, you know? And it just means that we have to run a really, really tight ship. Like, we get some stuff from Food Bank Victoria, which is an amazing organisation that collects food, all of their own efforts, and then distributes that food to soup kitchens, to charities, and we are one of their customers, and we get vegetables and we get dairy products and stuff like that and dry goods from them. So all the dairy that we use in our cooking, apart from the milk for the coffee, comes from Food Bank. We don't buy anything. I've sourced out all the cheapest suppliers of beans and rice and whatnot that we can get, trained the chefs so that they can cook the rice that's the cheapest rice but cook it beautifully. So it's very much about, from the kitchen perspective anyway, like there's a lot of other aspects in the business, but from the kitchen's perspective it's very much about using seasonal produce because it's always the cheapest, going to market ourselves and getting that, and then using a lot of legumes and potatoes and rice, and relying on the generosity of the people that support us and donate food directly to us.
Okay, so you have got this wonderful gold edition Lentil as Anything cookbook here, and I do believe that you might have a feature in this book as well, actually. Could you tell us a little bit about this book?
This book is made by Allura Press in conjunction with Lentil as Anything. Basically, long story short, Allura Press, we supported them for some time with their book launches by giving them food for free. Right. And then after some time they turned around to us and they said, we'd like to help you back. And they said, we'd like to make a cookbook for you. So they started this project, and what turned out was something so much more than anybody on this side at least ever expected was going to happen. And it's a beautiful book that's really about, as it says, it's about the food, culture and community of Lentil as Anything. So it has recipes from around the world in it, and it has stories of lots of the people that work here or have worked here to just kind of illustrate a cross-section of what Lentil as Anything is about at any point.
I'm here with Travis, and Travis is one of the wonderful staff here at Lentil as Anything. Travis, how long have you been working here at Lentil?
About 12 months, yeah.
And Travis, would you be a paid member of staff, or would you be one of our volunteers?
No, I like to volunteer, yeah, so it's great to come down and give back to your community and meet new people.
So is that basically why you're here? Is that what you get out of this, is just the giving back?
Yeah, and it's great food, and it's always a good vibe and good atmosphere.
Okay, what's been the best experience you've had here so far at Lentil?
Probably just learning how to wait on tables, and you probably appreciate waiters when you go out a bit more after clearing tables and stuff like that. But making new friends, and it's good.
And are you enjoying yourself working here?
Yeah, I love it. I do it about once a week. They're really flexible. You just swing an email and they fit you in when they can.
I'm here with Rachel, and she's a regular customer here at Anything is Lentil. Now, Rachel, could you tell us a little bit about your dining experiences here at Lentil?
Yeah, me and my partner come here all the time, and one time I came and I was having a terrible, terrible day, and I have a really bad gut, and I had like a really restrictive diet, and I couldn't eat a single thing on the menu, and I started crying because I was so hungry. And one of the chefs came out and insisted that she would make me a meal herself, and found out exactly what I could and couldn't eat, and she made me a meal that wasn't on the menu, and then said every single time I come here, if I ever can't eat anything, she'll make me a meal. So I always remember that as good customer service.
How lucky are you?
Yeah, I reckon.
So Rachel, as this is a pay-as-you-feel restaurant, what are your thoughts and philosophies on that?
Yeah, it's absolutely excellent because you can pay like one big bulk sum, you know, when you've got the money, and then when you're really low, I'm a low income earner, you don't have much money, you can like help yourself to a meal, and then when you get your paycheck, give a nice big paycheck. It's all sort of all evens out, so you can always eat and you can always make up for it.
So guys, I'm here with Dayle and Leanne, and look at this, they're eating some awesome food here at Lentil. So what's your favourite dish tonight then, Dayle?
I actually really like the potatoes, which are done with mushrooms and cheese on top.
Excellent. So Leanne, how long have you been coming here as a customer?
This is my first time to come here tonight. My friend Dale's brought me here tonight. Yes, for my birthday. I did know about it because my son has done some volunteering here in the past for school.
Excellent. So Dayle, are you going to volunteer for a job here?
No, I'm not. I'm going to just come and eat and pay lots of nice money for the food.
Check that out, guys. What a place. Okay, so we're inside the restaurant here, and we just had a bit of a look at the buffet. Tell us a bit about how this buffet operates.
We have an 8-dish buffet for lunch and for dinner. As I said earlier, breakfast is a la carte. And the buffet is always vegetarian. It always has a good selection of vegan dishes. This morning, I think 7 of the 8 dishes were vegan, so it will vary depending on the meal. And it also has a good selection of gluten-free dishes as well. The food has themes sometimes, so we have some theme nights throughout the week. For example, Friday night is a Southeast Asian theme night, and we do often like special Thai dishes, or we do Vietnamese dishes, Malaysian dishes, that sort of thing. Sunday night is Sri Lankan, and we have a wonderful Sri Lankan chef, Sam Kumarasamy, who cooks for that night and makes a beautiful Sri Lankan feast. And then Monday night is a Nepalese themed night, and we have 2 Nepalese chefs, Depesh and Pankaj, that cook for that night and cook up a Nepalese storm. And then apart from that, basically it's kind of based on what's in season and what's in the fridge.
Okay, that sounds fantastic. So as a bit of a budding celebrity chef yourself then, do you get many requests from patrons that obviously come to the restaurant often for a specific dish or a particular signature dish of yours?
We get requests for like dietary things, and apart from that, not so much, because it is kind of just such a buffet environment. We did something fun the other day on Facebook. We have a Facebook community of about 7,500. And we did a polls on Facebook recently and asked people, what's your favourite dish, sort of thing. And the 2 top ones were the cashew curry from the Sunday night Sri Lankan feast and dal.
Just a simple dal?
I think it's something that you can't get at many spots, right? A beautiful, authentic, simple dal, and it's really popular here.
Well, us chefs do say that sometimes it's the simple things that are the best. Would you agree?
I would agree.
Excellent. Well, we've had a wonderful time here at Lentil as Anything, and I've been talking to Shakti, our head chef, and we've had a fantastic day. I'm Carl for Maha's Alternative Reality.
With guests like Patrick Stewart and Stan Lee, Melbourne geeks, dorks and nerds were quick to flood the recently held Oz Comic Con. Our reporter Leanne was there to see what was happening.
I'm Liam from Maha's Alternative Reality, and I am here at Oz Comic Con, the first one ever in Melbourne. I'll be going around interviewing some people dressed up. I have my Sex Booth t-shirt on. I'm ready to rock and roll. Sit back and enjoy the culture of Comic Con. I'm here with Angel.
Hulk cut.
And Uncat.
So is this your first time cosplaying?
Oh, definitely not.
What got you into cosplaying?
Well, I'd always heard of the cons, but always found out just after it.
Okay.
And I had a few months prep for my first one, and decided to take the easy route and hand sew red lycra pants. Rocked out a Deadpool, and I've been addicted ever since.
So Deadpool was your first one?
Deadpool was my first and still my most favourite. Zuko a fair bit, but this is my first time as Angel, especially for Stan Lee. Had to meet that man. Bad cadet.
I'm here with Corin Nemec from Supernatural, Stargate. Done a lot.
Quite a bit.
Yeah, I appreciate you being on this show. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, thank you. So, well, I mean, since I'm currently in between jobs, I understood that you were hiring for a sex booth position, and so I was curious what if I might be able to put my name in the barrel.
I'm hiring anyone. I don't discriminate. Good face, so it should go well. Yeah.
I've been working out a little bit.
Yeah.
So I'm lean, I'm mean, I'm ready.
Might have
I'm
to
a sex
shave.
machine, man. I am ready for the booth.
Might have to shave, but
really,
so it's like we could pretend
my
it's a
electric
woman.
razor just broke on my trip down here.
Really?
I would have already been shaven for this.
I guess we can get a shaver and we'll sort it out.
Great. Fantastic. Now we're in business. All right, I got a job. I'm employed at the sex booth. All right, remember that. So, on with the interview.
So this is your first time coming down to Aussie Comic Con in Melbourne.
Yes.
Yep. I believe you did Adelaide first.
I did the Adelaide Oz Comic-Con was just a huge success. I mean, it was, I think, above and beyond what anybody was expecting or imagining. But I told them, I was like, when you have that brand, that Comic-Con type of brand and everything, it's like people want to come down, they want to check it out. And they over doubled the amount of people they were expecting, and this weekend hasn't been any less busy. It's just incredible.
So what do you think of the concept of parallel universe and alternative stuff?
We're living in one, my man. My life is an alternative universe. You've just entered it.
Hooray! And you've just been hired for a booth.
That's right. This is the alternate universe sex booth.
So what are some experiences you had, like compared from Adelaide, Melbourne, America?
Well, I mean, all the cons themselves, essentially they're pretty similar in terms of what you experience once you're inside of them, and all the cosplay and the different types of booths and what's being sold. Everything, there's a lot of similarities in that respect. I mean, for me, what's best is just being able to get out of America for a while and come down here, come down under, and chill out and have a good time with the Aussies and just experience some of this rich culture.
So is it your first time to Australia, or have you been?
My 7th or 8th time. I mean, I've been down here so much now, I can't even remember how many times I've been down here. I love it.
So did you want to do what every American does and go pat a koala the first time?
Oh, hell no. I know the truth about koalas. Koalas are vicious little just deadly creatures. No. I'm not interested in petting a koala. No. I'll hunt the little bastards. I'll hunt them. And I'll eat them.
I'm here with
Cooper Henderson.
And what are you dressed up as today?
Scooby-Doo.
So do you like Scooby-Doo?
No, exactly. This was the only thing I could wear.
So you don't like Scooby snacks?
No.
I've noticed you're doing some drawings. What are the characters? Who are they?
This was the Japanese animation character. It's from Black Rock Shooter series.
So what brought you down to Comic-Con today?
I just went to some comic book shop in the city and saw a poster about Comic-Con, and I think it's very interesting. That's why I'm here.
So are you here to see anyone, like look at the artists, or just coming to check everything out?
I just want to know what it looks like. It's all about the Japanese or the American comics.
I'm here with
Samuel David,
and you are the writer of this comic.
I'm the writer of College Hill. Yeah, it's a new graphic novel, original Australian graphic novel we've produced. It's part 1 of 3, and we've launched it at the Gold Coast Supernova, and now we're bringing it to Melbourne, OzCon.
So how long have you been writing for?
I've been writing off and on for a long time, since high school, but eventually I was writing a lot of stuff, and I found that this screenplay I'd written for this was translating visually, so I thought it would be ideal for a graphic novel. So I looked for an artist who was able to translate what I had written into the visual form, and Wayne's style was just perfect for that. Young man, our protagonist Michael, wakes up in a psychological institution. He's undergoing therapy, and he's trying to find out why he got there and what's happened to bring him in that place. And we undergo a series of flashbacks that take us through the stories of College Hill, his friends, and
So this is your first comic book?
This is the first one I've written, and I contacted Wayne Nichols, who's a well-known Australian artist, and he agreed to work collaboratively and bring it to ground.
I'm here with
Thor.
What character are you playing?
Well, I've turned into an undead chaos warrior.
What's that from?
That's just who I am.
Just who you are. And explain, what do you do?
Well, me and my friends are the fighting every Friday in the park.
Just in any park you go?
In Princess Park. So it's a group called Swordcraft, and it's a live-action role-play group. So we all run around. It's about 150 people with foam weapons and have war.
So has anyone brought a real weapon?
No real weapons yet.
Not yet? I think, so what was it, Princess Park? I will win this war.
In the Oval in Princess Park.
So what are your weapons that you use?
I use 2 swords, these 2 swords, and I have my 2 throwing hammers and my throwing axe.
So you just throw that
Yeah,
at
throw
people?
at people.
Is there a difference like in damage?
Mainly, most weapon does 1 damage, but I just made a spear that you can throw and it does 2 damage.
So who chooses the points?
Well, it's all in the rules. We got all rules set up, safety rules and rules to make it all balanced battle.
So you came up with these rules, or were they already in practice?
We got the rules from different LARP groups around the world. So we're trying out a set of rules from France now, I think.
Yeah.
So they already worked out pretty good systems, so we're using that.
I'm here with
Rowan.
Rowan, you're a volunteer here.
Yeah, it's been pretty good so far. I'm quite enjoying it. I volunteered basically because I wanted to come to Comic-Con, and if I volunteer it saves me a little money because I get the free entry and free lunch both days. So
you volunteered for other stuff too, like other conventions, or is this your first time?
this is the first time I volunteered at a convention. I've been to other ones, but you know, last year I wanted to volunteer at Armageddon, but I was just too young, just by a little.
So how'd you find out about volunteering? Just looking on the internet or a friend?
Well, my friend told me that this event was on, and so I went to check out the website. Just reading through it, saw the volunteers page, read that, looked pretty good, so sent in an application. Luckily, got in.
I'm here with
April.
April, you volunteer here?
Yes, I'm in the comic guest booth with all of the illustrators.
First time doing this?
Yes, yeah. I haven't volunteered at one of these events before.
So what made you want to volunteer then?
I didn't really want to wait in line like the thousands of people, and I really just wanted to come and see the illustrators. I'm an artist myself. Watching them work has been the biggest high I could have hoped for here.
So how long have you been drawing yourself then?
Since I was a kid. Yeah, I'm in art school at the moment, doing graphic design and illustration.
So what got you into that then? Like, who is your hero?
I guess comic book wise, I was a big fan of Marvel and Stan Lee. I didn't even bother trying to line up for him though this weekend. No, yes, definitely comic book illustrations have inspired me deeply, and yeah, so hopefully I'll be one of those guys one day.
I'm Liam. I've spent the whole day here at Comic-Con. It has been a blast. We've got to interview a lot of people. It's been fun. I couldn't think of a better place to be. I think you should all come down next year, and I hope you have enjoyed watching us get our geek on.
Maha's Alternative Reality, and don't miss it. Be there or be square.
Ciao for now. Hope you found the episode grounding. If you want to see or learn more, check out our Facebook page or YouTube channel. And remember, let your freak flag fly.